君はね確かにあの時私のそばにいたいつだっていつだっていつだってすぐ横で笑っていたなくしても取り戻す君を I will never leave you
Battle, then I'll take it to the street where there's no rules. Take off the gloves, break dreams to down. Gotta prove my skills, so get down. A lyrical jump is a room battle.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Fifth Rock Hockey. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing something a little bit different. So if you follow me on my other platforms, you know that I was doing, specifically on Instagram, I was doing this little thing on my story where I asked you what your hot takes were, and I gave my opinion. Basically what it was, you know that meme where there's like the bouncer guy in front of the door, and then basically if you have a good opinion, he lets you in, but if you have a bad one, you gotta stay outside. That's what I did with my followers, and I had a lot of responses, too many to get into, to be honest. But I thought to myself, why not bring this to another platform? This is a perfect opportunity to make some more content. So today we are going to be reading my followers' hot takes and rating them 1 through 10. Yeah, I guess that's solid. Wait, you know what is it? Because it can't be exactly. No. Yeah, rate 1 through 10, because you know, like 1 is gonna be terrible, 10 is gonna be, you know what, you want to something, you know. So to start off, guys, we got a doozy. This man says, and you know who you are, Uuu Hakusho is trash, dog water, a nostalgia dump of crap. Dark Tournament was good.
What's going on? Y'all are going to jail! Period!
Now, whoever said this, whoever said it, you have to be the most idiotic, stupid, trash anime watcher I have ever seen in my life. First of all, I don't really care if you don't like, you know what? No, I do care. Yu Yu Hakusho is one of the best animes out there. If it is not at least, there's a lot of anime in the world. If it's not at least in your top 20, I'm being generous right now, because it should be in your top 10. If it's not in your top 20, you don't know what you're talking about. It is like one of the granddads, because you know they're not the big 3, they have to be the granddads alongside like Dragon Ball. I'd probably say Sailor Moon or Inuyasha, you know what I'm saying? It has to be in that line of granddaddies of anime. Shonen, my fault, shonen. So for this, this rating, I give you a diabolical out of 10. Because this is absolutely disgusting. Next take is Licorice Recoil is top tier and not overrated. This one I'm kind of confused by, because I thought Licorice Recoil was underrated. I don't hear anybody talk about Licorice Recoil, and me personally, that was my favorite anime of, I forget what season it was, probably like winter or fall, but it was my favorite anime of that season specifically. Honestly, probably like top 3 of the year for me, cause like, in all honesty, it had like a balance of everything. A balance of action, romance, like strangely enough, comedy, and slice of life, just like enjoy yourself kind of feeling, you know what I'm saying? Chisato has to be one of the best MCs of this newer generation that I would say. You know, you have your Yujis, you have your Astas, you have your Dekus and everything, but like, she's in there, in all honesty. She's like, I know everyone's gonna go crazy because, like, you know, Asta, Deku, etc., like they're top tier, but like, if you think about it, Chisato is really up there, in all honesty. She probably below a little bit, but given the time that she had, she is up there, in my personal opinion. This anime made me cry, it made me feel things. I was just like, I am so emotional watching this. It's so beautiful. Every time I heard that opening, couldn't skip it. And if you skipped it, you're wrong for that, because it gets me hyped. How did it go again? How'd it go again? It's like, Goosebumps. I give this probably a, I'm gonna give it a, what was it again? Top tier. Okay, I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10, because I am confused about the overrated part. I believe it is underrated, but top tier, 100%. 8 out of 10. All right, so this one is actually okay. Rock Lee deserved to win a solo fight. Now, if you know me and my boy Prince Trunks, we always have to remind everybody, because whenever anyone talks about like the best characters in Naruto, Rock Lee is always in the conversation. Us too, we always have to bring them back down to reality. We loved him in part 1. We loved him. But nothing happens in part 2. Bro never won a solo fight. Technically, he hasn't won any fight at all. And I don't count filler, obviously. We all remember that Chunin Exams one where he was going crazy against that. I don't know what he was doing. Like, he had some form, like, that was comparable to the 8 Gates, and I'm just like, what am I watching? But no, he really hasn't. Like, he went crazy. He went, well, Sasuke? Would you really count that? I don't know. But other than that, he went crazy over Gaara. Like, that was top 3, if not the best fight in Naruto. It showed how awesome he was. It showed his speed, his strength, while not using ninjutsu or genjutsu, only taijutsu, and showing the world how great someone without like chakra use actually is. But he lost. Shattered all the bones in his leg, and he lost. Bedridden for who knows how long. Got healed up by Tsunade, and then went to help Gaara fight Kimimaru, who is the most underrated fighter in the Naruto series in general. I'm telling you right now, in general, he's the most underrated fighter ever. But even then, stand by this point, him and Gaara were going to lose. And I don't think anyone is going to argue that. They were definitely going to lose and die and lose their lives. All it took was a little heart disease, you know, the stuff that Goku had in Dragon Ball Z, to hit Kimimaru, and he's like, ugh! He was right there. And what plot armor is crazy, yo. Plot armor is crazy. And in Shippuden, like, what did he do, bro? What did he do? He fought the clone of himself. Let me stop, bro. What else did he actually really do, though? They didn't give him, like, any exposure. He had filler fights, which went crazy. The animation team went all in on him in the filler fights, but other than that, bro threw a kunai. He kicked Madara, which was cool, but, like, Madara was like, oh, yes, Lee deserved to win a fight. He really did. I give this one a solid 9 out of 10 because it deserves it. It's not really a hot take, to be honest, but since I believe in it, 9 out of 10. Zoro and Sanji care about one another. Now, this one is actually, it's a really hot take because, like, everyone thinks, well, if it's your first time watching One Piece and you see them, you're like, whoa, why do they hate each other? Like, you would think this is crazy. But anyone who's watched One Piece start to, like, current knows that these two care for each other. I consider them, like, blood brothers pretty much at this point because I don't think there's anyone else in the series besides probably, like, Luffy and Zoro who have the amount of trust that Zoro and Sanji have for each other. Like that, oh my gosh, bro. Was it the end of Wano? Was it? I believe so. If it's not, correct me, but I do remember there was a panel basically where they were both going to fight. No, I think it was Wano when they were both separating each other to fight King and Queen. At least, like, Sanji told Zoro, like, if anything happens to me, if I go, like, crazy because of, like, the germ, like, experimental power and everything that might, like, make him not himself anymore, if anything happens, like, you gotta put me down. And Zoro's, I forget what Zoro said, but, like, it was basically along the lines of, like, alright, I know it's not gonna happen, but, hey, you said it, so I'm gonna do it if it comes to it. Like, their trust in each other is just beautiful, man. They're brothers. And in Thriller Bark, they were basically competing with one another. Not competing, but you could tell they're trying to protect one another when it came to Kuma, like, giving the pain, because Kuma could have wiped out the whole Straw Hats then and there. And, like, so Zoro had this idea of, like, you know, like, I will do what you want. I'll take the pain from Luffy, and then you let everyone go. And, like, then Sanji comes out of nowhere. He's like, nah. Give me that pain. Give me that pain. And, like, you could think of this as, like, you know, like, a penis measuring contest. Like, oh, I'm bigger than you. Like, I know what I can do. You can't handle this. But, like, no. In my opinion, at least, it's basically like, no. You need to, like, Sanji's like, no. You're the vice captain. You need to stick with the crew. And Zoro's like, if someone's got to take this, and if I leave the crew, you got to step up. It's just like, ooh. That was disgusting. I might cut that out. Ooh. But, like, obviously you see them bicker and fight with one another. Like, it's natural, and it's their shtick. They're always going to hate each other, but there's that extreme amount of trust and care for each other that they show subliminally. You know, they can't actually show it. Say, like, toxic masculinity kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I can't show my emotions to him, but he knows. It's just, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I give this, I give it a 9 out of 10, same as last time. Going Mary's funeral ain't that sad, and I stand on it. So I did this funny thing, man, and a lot of my followers, they they were DMing me immediately, coming for my neck. So what I did in the stories, you know how, like, you know, like, it progresses, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically, I put this one on, and I said, I responded to it, and it had the meme guy, like, opening the door, like, yeah, come in, and it said, I mean, it's just a boat, right? Oh my gosh. so many people were coming for me in my DMs, and I was like, oh my goodness. That's a funny thing, because my follower count went down 1,000 after that. I doubt that's the whole reason behind it, but it was funny to see. But in the next story, basically, I was like, nah, you actually thought I was gonna let you in after saying something like that? Nah, stay outside in the cold. Like, so obviously I'm never going to say that the Going Mary's funeral was not sad. That was sad. Almost everyone cried. If you watched from the beginning to that point into Water 7 Eni's lobby, you are going to be, like, at least tears welling up, because Going Mary, like, you had the sense, since, like, at least, like, Skypiea, because, like, you know, at first you're just like, oh, that's a cool boat, it's useful, and, like, they really love it. But, like, once, like, Skypiea comes, like, it starts getting injured a little bit, starts breaking, then you see, like, you know, like, Going Mary is actually, like, alive. It has a spirit, it has a soul. And once they get rid of it in Water 7 and it comes back, like, they got rid of it, and it was like Usopp's going crazy trying to fix this thing, and like, it was done. You had to let it go, and it was sad to see, because, like, it was the boat that carried them all throughout their journeys. And then in Eni's lobby, like, they're just like, okay, we need to be saved, etc. You know what I'm saying? Then you see Mary falling down to save, like, you hear that? I'm sorry. You hear that, and you're just like, what's that? And you're just like, my friends, I've come for you. It's such a beautiful moment, and you were almost like, oh, why would you bring it back just to get rid of it? And it's just so special, because, like, you know, it was fighting to help them, you know? That's an OG Nakama right there. It was fighting to help them, and he came out, he did what he had to do, and he swam out, and then, like, you see it start breaking and, like, getting destroyed, and then they're just like, okay, we gotta hold the funeral, and then they burn it in the middle of the lake, and it's literally crying as it's having its funeral, and it's talking to them through its spirit, and they're all watching. They're just like, they're bawling their eyes out, except for Zoro and Sanji and Robin, and they're just but they still have that emotional attachment to it, and they're just so sad about this, and it's beautiful, because that is a part of the crew. Sakura ain't trash. She's one of the strongest females. The trash memes are boring. So this is a very, very big, you know, like, topic of the anime. No, more so just, like, shonen community, pretty much. I believe, like, it is annoying. It is really annoying because the fact that like they, bro, because I think Sakura is like the strongest of the strong, like in Naruto. Like, in my opinion, it pretty much goes like, if you rank like the Konoha 11 now, like in Boruto, I'd say it's well, let's not count anything that happens in Naruto, like in Boruto, is non-canon to me. So he's still got Kurama. So Naruto, Sasuke, I'd probably say it's a tie between Rock Lee and Sakura, and then you got like Choji, Shikamaru, etc. So she is up there. She is up there. I'm really like tired of people keep saying like she's trash, and the reasoning, bro, like it's just like they always just say like she's trash. I don't care what anybody has to say. Like, I get it, bro. I get it. You don't want to hear things, but like you have to listen to facts. Like, I was talking with my followers. Great guy, by the way. It was a like very good conversation. There was no heat or anything. But he was saying that Hinata beat Sakura. Like, when I saw that, I was like, no, there's no way someone actually just said this. And like, because it's just like when you compare the Konoha girls to Sakura, there is a huge difference. I'm not gonna argue that Hinata's like the second best fighter, or like Konoichi of Konoha, like in terms of like, you know, the Konoha 11, etc. But like, and we're not counting Tamara, she's from the sand. But like to say that Hinata beat Sakura, and I was like, bro, you gotta give me something. You gotta give me something that backs up this claim, because this is absolutely ridiculous. You mentioned that Hinata went against Pain. No, she was swinging at Pain. She missed every hit. She hit some rods. Sakura didn't get the chance to fight Pain, but she destroyed, one of Pain's summons, which, you know, the summons Jiraiya was struggling with, in a sense. It's more so like the Gamas, you know, the toads, the sage toads, they were like struggling with the summons. But still, like, sage toads are like great beings in Naruto world. Imagine like strength, speed, chakra, regenerative abilities, constant regenerative abilities from Sakura. What does Hinata really have? She has great taijutsu in like her Hyuga method, Byakugan, location of chakra points. And that was a good point that he mentioned, like, you know, Sakura's strength comes from chakra, but, you know, Hinata has, you know, the ability to sense where your chakra points are, and she can hit them and, you know, like take away your chakra. But realistically speaking, is Hinata actually touching Sakura? No, she's not. If Hinata probably has one chance of actually like getting like her shoulder so she can like dislocate it, but Sakura is punching the crap out of Hinata like the moment that happens. Oh my gosh. Chichi is an underrated waifu. Yes, she is. I don't care what anybody has to say about Chichi when they say like, bro, like, I hate Chichi. She's actually the worst character in Dragon Ball. I don't know how Goku does it, bro. Just let them fight. Bro, can you imagine if you were in Chi-Chi's shoes and you are married to the strongest being in the universe, technically, the way that they thought, and he has to fight every single being that threatens the universe, and he enjoys it, and he does everything that he can to just avoid living a normal life. You are a normal person. You're gonna be sitting at home, taking care of the kids, taking care of the house, supplying income. You're not gonna have your means met because your husband is out training all the time and fighting people that don't matter to you. Obviously they matter because they're gonna destroy the universe, but still, he does it in his free time sometimes. And it's just like, come on, man. I would treat this woman like a queen. I would, because obviously she has everything that she needs, like down to a T. She's beautiful. She's smart. She was a previous princess. What more could you ask for? She's a martial artist. She's one of the strongest like human beings in the universe. She actually is. Think about it. Besides Z fighters who are like in their whole other world, you got like Hercule, Videl, Chichi, and like a few others, you know, from like Red Ribbon Army or like Spopovich. But no, she's like a full package, and people don't realize that, bro. Her favorite, bro, my favorite design. Oh my gosh, it was when it was a filler episode, and they're all like planning a party at Bulma's place, and you know, obviously Goku's out. He's saving like some pterodactyls, and like she was wearing this like pink button-down, like dress shirt with white pants, white slacks, and her hair was done nice, earrings, lipstick, everything. I was like, this ain't Chichi. Whoa! Like, just telling you, she can do it. She can do it. She's up there. I don't care what nobody says. Hey. Before you go any further, though, that like button seems a bit dry. Might want to wet it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that subscribe button, untouched, a virgin. You might want to give it a little bit of love. You know what I'm saying? Just give it a little love. You know what I'm saying? Come on, do it for me. Don't you love me? Oh, you don't? Nah, you love me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys each and every upload. Now, I don't know how many people are gonna watch, but I want y'all to drop your hot takes in the comments down below. I want to read them. I want to see what y'all are talking about, and maybe they'll be in the next episode if I decide to do this again. If you like the video, like the video. If you want to see more from me, please consider subscribing as well as following me on different platforms. Love y'all. Say it easy. Peace.